Hello everybody and welcome back to Arsen Girl Gaming. My name is Heather and I thank you for joining me for another Sims 4 bite-size how-to video. In this one I am just going to touch a little bit on the terrain tools and how to use them to kind of change the look and feel of your lot, because all the lots start out boring and flat and we can spice them up a little bit. We can make mountains or we can make valleys or anything in between. I will say right off the bat, I'm not the greatest, so bear with me. If you would like to see other people that do it much better than myself, go and watch some other YouTube videos. This one, we're just going to talk about it because it kind of goes along with the rest of building this little house. So let's go ahead and click on the Terrain Tools option over here on the left bottom corner. That's the highlighted area over there. And you're going to bring up this menu here. When you're in Terrain Tools, it is yellow. If you hit G, you can go back to your green. It's up to you if you want either or. And you'll notice that this is your normal tool for painting, like the color of the grass, right? Laying down laying down stones, whatever you want to do. This is your tool for erasing. Those are just pretty basic terrain tools. You can pretty much, get creative, do whatever you want, and play with them. When it gets a little bit trickier is when you go into terrain manipulation. So when you click on this, you get this menu here. You have a bunch of different things that you can do, and then you have different sizes of which to do that with, just like in the others. And so let's just start with, I'm going to go with the smallest size and raise terrain. And I'm just going to click with my left button here, and you can see what just happens. Now, if I want to lower it, I come back on the same thing and lower it. And I could just really make a mess of things. So I'm just going to hit Control Z and get out of that. Let's go back and build it up. Okay. So then you go to smooth terrain here, and you do have these, so you can adjust the softness of it, how much space, you can adjust the speed. Working at a slower speed gives you a little bit more control, but the soften or smooth, you still have your little bump there, but you can see how you have the grass. The grass indicates that your sim can actually walk over it. So let me bring it back up again. I just want to show you. All right, so if I bring it up like this and you see where there's grass on the top, but you have the brown here, the sim cannot walk on that brown. That's unmaneuverable. The green they can walk on, but the brown they can't. So then if I come back up here, I can smooth it back down, do that, or I can keep it up. That's okay too. And I could come over here and take a staircase and try to build some stairs into this and go back into the terrain tools. And then I can, smooth it down a little bit, kind of manipulate it however I want. This is flattened. So say I wanted to build on it, I could come and kind of build it out this way. Anything that's green I can build on. So just to give you an idea, I can take my build tool here. I'm going to take away my stairs. Let's do it here. I'm going to build off of the mountain just so you guys can kind of see what happens. And see how I just built on that flat space, and where I technically, quote unquote, could not build, the game is now smart enough to give us a foundation. So I literally could have a pool house back here that they walk up to, go into, and still have this area. Now, if I go back into terrain tools and I go back to raise, I could bring the ground up around it if I wanted to make it, more of a hillside place. So you're not limited. Like, you can start anywhere you want and just kind of do what you want to do. You can see it's not affecting, let me go all the way up. It doesn't affect the inside of the house at all. So you can get really, really creative with that. Oh, it's not going to let me undo all of it. There we go. I don't know why Control Z wasn't getting rid of all that. I'm going to take it all the way back down. And then we're actually going to just do a little bit of this. Let's see. Let's flatten to height. So I'm flatten to height. You see the little white block? If I do that, it's going to bring the yard back down to whatever level I have it. So let's actually, I'm going to build it up a little bit, do flatten to height, and then I'm going to bring the rings up a little higher. Let's see, right about there. And then it flat. Oh, that didn't work the way I was trying to show you. Hang on. Let me do it again. All right, flatten to height. So the rings kind of show you where it's going to flatten to. I don't know why it's not really working for me. There we go. That should. This one's a little trickier for me to get, but you can kind of manipulate where you want it to go. So, get rid of that. The other thing is you can just flatten your whole lot. So, and then I just hit it, and it just flattens it. So, pretty easy. Yeah, so, and these are relatively new. These terrain tools rolled out right around the time we Get Famous on PC, which was, I believe, back in October. And, you know, so some people have just done some amazing builds using them. I am not one of those people. I have played with them a little. I like to do this and just kind of make my lot not feel very generic. Kind of give it a little bit of some bumps. You know, kind of like, especially on a lot this big, right? So, you know, you could make like you have little mountains in your yard, you sledding hills, whatever you want to do. Of course, we don't have sledding in the game, so. But you'll notice like the fences just kind of adjust right to where they are. So I like to place the fences before I adjust the ground. It's a little bit easier than trying to place the fences on already uneven ground, I've found. Sometimes that gets a little weird. And, you know, if you really want like a straight fence, this isn't for you. But if you like a little fun and a little whimsy, you can go ahead and do that. So let me put my fence back the way I like it. And that's it, you guys. That is literally how to, basic how to, bite-sized how to use the terrain manipulation and other terrain tools. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watched. Of course, if you'd like to see more and you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell, and then that will let YouTube know that you would like to get notifications. Gosh, I lost my train of thought there. You would like to get notifications when I post something new on the channel. That way you don't miss out on anything coming down the line. Lots more bite-sized how-tos coming down the line as well. Plus like 17 other episodes if you're just coming in at this one. So check out the playlist. And of course, if you have a question or something you'd like me to cover on a bite-sized how-to, go ahead and leave that for me in the comments below, because I will try to incorporate those into a future episode. And I will see you guys again real soon. Have a great one.